everybody. This is Creep Circuit Alien Edition, and we're here to scare the pants off you with things from another world. I have myself over here, devil in disguise, but really sexy lady, Michelle. I don't know, I thought you were going to say your name. And then I have over here the mayor of Spooktown and the wrestler of demons, Phil!
Ooh, F you, Connor.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, it was just a bad
It's hard to, anticipate what you're saying.
It's alright, we can't read each other.
I can't read you. My name is Spookacabra Jennae, and I am here to rock your space boots off.
Ooh.
Let us disembark into a journey of the horrifying. I gotta get out of this mask.
Yeah, how's that? God damn it.
Sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to say my name.
I wasn't I couldn't
That's okay. I couldn't say
urge you, so I just said your name for you.
I appreciate
It's all
it.
good.
Right.
Eat the mic, Michelle.
All right, so can you take that up for a minute?
Oh,
Give me
sure,
that
yeah,
book.
sorry. I'm going to just put this
Just
down.
put that over there. I'm going to put
Do you want
this...
me to-
Yeah, will you...
Yeah.
We're just going to arrange ourselves real quickly. After my spooky entrance, now I'm all weird. Okay,
Scared.
so...
I'm all scared of you.
I'm scared myself. Hey everybody, welcome to Creep Circuit. We're here to talk about aliens, like I just said, if you couldn't understand what I was saying with that mask on. I would like to begin by making spacecraft. We're going to be doing it throughout the whole episode, doing really crazy alien stuff, talking about aliens, and also making spacecraft. So will you please grab your supplies? Here's a pan for you. Here's a pan for me. And you see it is trash now. By the end of this episode, they will be amazing spacecraft. So don't watch us, just listen right now.
You know, it'd be cool if it was like Bob Ross, where it's like, we're going to put all the supplies we're going to do right here.
We're going to put we are going to put all the supplies we're going to do right
like
here.
on the little thing.
We have a little plate for you.
Oh, thank you.
And a plate for me. Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. And I have glue right here, but we have hot glue gun over there. We are working live, not live, but we are filming ourselves with hot glue guns. It's safe as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Believe you me, we are safe. Safety first.
Goddamn right.
All right, so
Safety goggles on, guys.
safety goggles on.
Goddamn those
Alien
goggles.
hair up. Oh, nice. That will keep you from the glue gun. I just had another stroke. I had a stroke in the last episode. I had a stroke in this one. It's because we're filming it very short time of attention span. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, okay. Do you need another piece of foam?
No, it should be okay.
Do you need a plate?
No,
Okay.
it's just not going to reach.
Okay, well, we can unplug it and glue and then plug it in again.
Okay.
So Michelle will be coming in and out of frame. It'll be really
Fun.
exciting.
Yeah, you guys will love this.
Okay, so let's start and make those crafts while I read us a paranormal abduction story.
Paranormal Passage.
It's a passage from the paranormal world by Gregory Branson Trent. Apparently I love books and saying the name of book authors.
Only you had a
If only I had a show that really explained, but I'm not going to talk about anything like that.
Why would you do that? Because
That's
Wednesdays,
stupid.
there's always a good show there to watch.
I don't know. Saturdays have good things too.
Hex points.
More like pro points. Anyway,
Ew.
you guys start. I'm going to read a story to you all.
Okay.
1978, Frederick Valentik taken by a UFO. At 6:19 p.m. on October 21st, 20-year-old Frederick Valentik, light aircraft pilot, embarked from Melbourne, Australia to King Island. This was his second nighttime solo flight and his first over water. At 7:06, Valentik called the Tullamarine Airport to ask if there was any other traffic in the area. Duty Air Traffic Controller Steve Robbie checked the flight log and replied that there was not. Valentik told him that some sort of aircraft had passed over him, carrying 4 bright lights. Yeah, that's what it says. It doesn't make sense, but okay. The object then commenced to play games with Valentik's Cessna, accelerating, hovering, and flying over and under the aircraft. Then Valentik got a closer look at the craft and observed that it was shaped like a cigar and was coated with what looked like shiny metal on the outside. At 7:12 p.m., Valentik reported that his engine was rough idling. 6 seconds later, he spoke to Steve Robbie for the very last time. Valentik began to talk, but weird metallic scraping sounds cut over the airwaves, followed by silence. No traces of the Cessna nor its pilot have ever been recovered. Was Valentik a victim of a UFO? Was it a joke, which backfired? Or did Valentik engineer his own bizarre suicide? Ooh,
Interesting.
Valentik had taken some money on his flight in order to buy and bring back some crayfish for his friends. Yet he did not file a return flight plan and took more fuel than was required for the journey. Was he planning to disappear and fly to Tasmania? None of the rational explanations make any real sense.
Ooh.
Aliens.
Was that so he was flying solo with that single engine?
Yes, he was.
Wow.
Where was he flying?
He was in Australia.
Australia.
Yeah, and he saw a UFO. He said he saw a UFO, but he disappeared. But it seems like he planned his own disappearance.
He might
But
have.
you make the call.
Do you think that's what happened to the Malaysian airline that went missing? Aliens?
I don't know. I think. Oh, you did bring Jules.
I did bring Jules.
You're my favorite. Okay. Anyway.
Do we also have more glue glue
Yes.
sticks? Hot glue sticks.
Sticks, more like boo sticks.
Whoa!
Sticks. Woo. Yeah. What was your question? I'm sorry.
Malaysian Airlines. Don't
Oh.
you remember that flight that disappeared?
I do remember that, and it did seem really spooky and alien-y at first, but I think they have found debris in since then. And debris is not a word. Debris is a word.
But Febreze is a word.
Febreze is a word.
It's a great product and sponsoring today.
Sponsoring Creep Circuit Febreze for all your debris needs. I don't think that was maybe alien knocked him out of the sky. I mean, there's always a possibility of that. But yeah, there's always that. So what does your phone say by any chance?
Just like some of our personal stories.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay. All right. I'm
have
going to
any
start with
personal
mine.
stories?
Yeah, I'm going to start with mine because I will forget it in 10 seconds. No, I won't. I've remembered this for a long time.
Okay.
And then maybe it'll inspire you to look back into your past
Right.
and remember.
If you guys have any creepy stories or anything, make sure you throw them in the
Comment it. What do
section.
you need? Do you need pom-poms? Do you need
I
Jules?
need pom-poms.
Okay.
And actually that regular ass glue.
The regular ass glue.
Oh, yeah. Regular glue. Sorry. Family friendly.
No,
Are
it's
we?
okay. No, we're not fine.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I think I swore a few times.
You said the F word and I was offended.
Fuck it.
Okay, anyway.
Not offended by anything, but just don't call them prostitutes.
I learned that today, or yesterday, or whenever we filmed the last episode. So my last week, because we are on top of things. So my alien, or it's not really an alien, it's a UFO encounter. I was in Texas in the middle of nowhere, and I was awake because I don't sleep very well, and especially out in the middle of Texas, I'm not going to sleep very well. I had asthma at the time. I was a big nerd.
Or why were you in Texas if you don't mind?
My grandparents took me there on something called an elder hostel, where you go with your grandparents on trips and you have fun.
Wow.
It's really fun.
That's adorable.
I've seen.
I didn't know it was a
I've
thing.
seen most of the country because of my grandparents taking
Aw,
me. So
that's so
yeah,
nice.
it's a wonderful. So we were out camping, like all the kids just went out camping, not the grown-ups or the grandparents. And I was like, oh, this is horrible. I can't sleep. I can't breathe. I looked up at the sky. And I see this V shape flying, and it's silent. It doesn't. I don't hear a plane sound or anything, and it's flying. And I'm like, my computer. I'm just kidding. So it's like it's flying, and then the weird thing is its lights looked weird. Like it would it like kind of shimmied brighter and then shimmied like dimmer.
How like big would you say it was?
I was really high in the sky, so I would say about the size of a plane.
Yeah.
Maybe bigger, probably bigger. It was really high in the sky, but like the lights were the key that it was not, and the silence was the key that it was not terrestrial, but extraterrestrial.
What?
Yeah. So what about you guys? Any UFO experiences?
You go
I
first.
think we saw something unexplainable. It wasn't that long ago. I was driving through going north in Albuquerque, going to Taos with my mother, and we were talking. It was about 2 or 3 in the morning, and out of nowhere, we just see this light streak through the sky, and then this bright green flash.
Green.
Yeah, it was green, and it was far enough away where you could see it, but there was no noise. There wasn't an explosion or anything like that. It was just this green flash. I don't know what it was. I think it was aliens. My mother has a very deep connection with aliens. Our mother,
Yes.
and I have the same mother.
What?
Related.
What's going on?
Whoa, aliens!
Aliens.
Hit the thing. Hit the switch.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Alien switch. And our dad is really into aliens as well, so we have that connection. But that's about it. Do you, Felipe?
I don't really. So when I was really young, I had a humongous phobia of aliens, and not like aliens, you know, xenomorphs or anything like that. I'm not scared of them. I'm scared of the gray aliens, the like ones with the big eyes that look kind of human but not really. And like, I love my parents too, but I think they screwed me up in a way because I would always watch those alien abduction stories or movies like they would always have on. It's like, tonight on Mysterious Mysteries, you know, who stole Jennifer's pants or whatever. Aliens. Hit the thing. Aliens.
Aliens.
So I used to watch those a whole lot, and I remember being fucking terrified. Like, I was absolutely scared of aliens to the point where, like, I remember one time spending the night outside and just being freaked out the entire time. I could not focus on anything else except I was going to be abducted, because then, of course, all our cousins live in Taos, and we would go visit our family in Taos, and there would be always talks about cow mutilations and stuff like that.
Yes, that's right.
We're going to show you some cattle mutilations right here.
We're going to make a craft of it.
We're going to reenact it. Will you glue mine?
Yeah, sure. Do you
I
want
know
the
I'm
glue
like-
gun or?
No, I can't reach it. Just glue mine, and I'll deal with it later. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so that's pretty much most of my alien experiences have just been through like those shows, because I would watch them all the time, and I can't for the life of me remember what shows they were, but I'm sure they're on YouTube sometimes. I really want to check them out because I remember there's like one episode where or like it was the closing of a series, and he was like, he woke up out of like a weird stupor, and the aliens were driving away, and he ran to the steering wheel, and he started trying to drive it back to Earth, and then when it was just showing credits in it.
What?
Yeah, it was fucking terrifying still. Thinking about
Holy
it.
shit.
And I have one more scary story about it. It was the first nightmare I think I ever had. That I can really remember vividly. I remember I was in my house. I was probably very little, like 5 or like maybe 9 or 10 or something, and I remember just being there by myself. It was nice and quiet. There was what's that thing called? The hallway light was on, the only thing that was on, and I was watching. The TV wasn't on, and all of a sudden it popped up, and I don't know if anyone remembers those aliens. They have like big green heads, big black eyes, and they popped up on the screen. And they said like da na 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 na, and then an alien just popped up in front of the screen. And he was, and I remember freaking out and shaking the TV in my dream, and then waking up, and I couldn't go back to sleep for the rest of the night.
That's so weird.
Yeah, so I fucking hate aliens.
Do you know
like that.
why?
They scare me.
The weirdest thing is I had the complete opposite,
Really?
yet similar experience as a child.
Really?
I watched those alien shows.
Uh-huh.
I read every alien book in my elementary school library because they had them for some reason. I was like,
Yeah.
I'll read this shit.
Yeah.
And I would dream about aliens too.
Yeah.
But they would kidnap me, abduct me, and I'd wave to my mom out the window, be like, "I'll be back." Like it was a good
Like it was
dream.
a good dream,
I
yeah.
would love. I always got.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know what happened to the top of it. So.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
This is a
so
good
I mean,
start.
like, I feel like I don't really have any alien abduction stories, but I remember hearing so many stories from friends, and I remember one of my teachers in middle school would tell us about the time, like, her family would always go to this barn to do, like, they would always go visit their family in this barn area, and one night she woke up kind of early, and her sister was just looking outside the window, and she went over to look with her, and she saw a bunch of kids playing outside in a barn, and like they were like small gray creatures.
Small gray kids.
Yeah, small gray kids. And
love
she's
it.
like, "Oh, who's over there? What's going on?" And she's like, "I don't know. They're here every summer and they just play and then they leave."
Are they ghosts or are they
I
aliens?
think they were aliens.
Oh.
Aliens! Hit it.
I
Hit me.
love aliens. Yeah. This is awesome. This is the best episode.
That terrifies me.
Yeah, I can still picture it in my head. That nightmare, I can still picture it in my head.
But they went da na 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 na.
Yeah. They were like dancing around, doing like a little jig
This,
of like the
the
alien
shamrock, what is
space
it?
buds.
What
it?
was that?
Oh,
Shamrock?
Silver Shamrock.
Silver
Yeah,
Shamrock
from
theme
Halloween
song?
3. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly the
What
theme
it
song.
was?
Um,
You're not original aliens. That's copywritten.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, but that makes me feel that you've always been funny.
I guess so.
That you have you have
Uh-huh.
shite.
Uh-oh.
Not the pom poms.
It's okay. Is this like a crucial thing that we need?
Yeah, probably.
Here,
We'll
you wanna
wash
use
it.
this? Use this.
Is that a
Just-
towel?
That's my sweater. It's
Are
fine.
you sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
It's
that's
not like
good.
I can't wash my sweater.
Okay, that's true.
We can't wash color circuit though.
That's true.
Um.
We'll take a break from that.
Anyway, maybe we shouldn't be doing 20 things at the same
That's
time.
true.
But that's okay.
It's all right.
That's
we'll hold
okay.
a brief pause for this, and then hold on.
What's
I know
next?
What next we'll do more. It's personal stories, so spacecrafts, and then those the circle thing.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about a little bit more about your favorite, because there's my favorite murder, my favorite ghost. What have you heard? Do you know any famous abduction cases that you would like to talk about?
Oh fuck, what's the name of it? Let me look real fast. Hold on. I did actually just read one of them about this one lady who, or I listened to one of them. Yes, shut up. I wasn't plugging them.
Another podcast.
Yeah.
Oh shite!
Oh, let me find it.
Looks like the glue gun's the only thing that's good. Phil's gonna have to make mine for me.
Do you want to?
The Andressian affair. I don't know how do you say that.
Which one?
That one.
Andreasen affair.
Andreasen. Yeah.
Andreasen affair.
So the Andreasen affair is one that I heard about recently, where like this lady went into like hypnotherapy to try and remember like this weird past experience that she had about aliens that abducted her, and apparently like they came when she was like cooking food, I believe, and they froze time except for her, and they walked in the kitchen front door, and like while everybody was still frozen in time, and they like guided her to their spaceship, where she went up there. They experimented on her. Like, I think they were talking, they're communicating, but I can't remember exactly how, like if it was just mine or whatever. They're saying they want, she asked if they want anything to eat, and they're like, we want burnt food. But apparently it was like, I can't remember how they phrased it, but I think that their food is like knowledge or something like that. But the way she described it is they wanted burnt food.
That's intense and deep.
Yeah, and apparently they kept, doing like the whole standard exam them or whatever, and I think they like got something from her stomach. I think they were harvesting her eggs. So
Because eggs are in the stomach.
Because that's where they are.
Yeah.
I'm 100% a doctor. But something along those lines where they needed they were doing something like that, and then they like told her this stuff, like, of course, what's it all about? What's the meaning of this? Or when will we ever be accepted? And it's all about love and compassion. And when you guys are ready, the standard alien answer, stuff like that. And then they took her back down, and they're like, you're not going to remember any of this. And then they like unfroze time, and she was back there in the kitchen. This all came out during like psychotherapy, or hypnotherapy, excuse me, hypnotherapy, where she had all these repressed memories. So it's pretty interesting.
That reminds me of the original hypnotherapy couple, Betty and Barney Hill.
Yes.
They were an amazing couple, biracial. That's not right.
I mean, I think
Mixed
they were,
race.
Oh,
but
is this
Yeah.
what
It's like one of their-
American Horror Story?
They did it on American Horror Story?
did they? I don't watch
Just
American
nobody
Horror
else. Yeah,
Nope.
I think if this is the story I'm thinking of, they did
It's like
it
one of
on
the very-
second season.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a very famous one. Yeah.
It's the first. Okay, so it's one of the first abduction cases known. I don't remember the year. I should have done my research. I'm sorry.
We're not
But
a factual-based podcast.
we're a idea-based podcast.
Hit the sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so Betty and Barney Hill were like a I don't know,
Like a farm couple. I
like
thought.
a couple, but they were really into like rights, and because it was like during the the civil rights kind of movement, like the 60s and all that. And so they were a mixed race couple, and they were really well known, you know, for fighting for equal rights. But then they just got abducted one day, and I don't think they needed to be abducted to like propel their story forward or whatever. But they didn't remember anything. They just remember driving, seeing a light, being back in their car a few hours later. They had a lot of repressed memories, eggs and taking eggs, being experimented on, really deep, crazy shit. And that was like one of the first hypnotherapy sessions. So that's a really famous case. Is Betty and Barney Hill.
Yes, that's like definitely one of the top ones. Top tier
was
levels.
Featured in American Horror Story, the second season. It's pushed in there. There's a lot of other scary stuff going on there. Yeah, and then it's like, oh wait,
Do you know any famous cases?
Not really. The only aliens I really know of are from the Twilight Zone. I love the old Twilight Zones. Those are my favorite.
To Serve Man.
Yes, To Serve Man. Will the real Martian please stand up, or the real alien please stand up? It's where there's these people. It's a snowy day, and these people come into a diner because the bridge is snowed out because it's like 1950 and they don't have any real technology. So they're all stuck in this diner, and 6 people come into the diner, but only 5 people were on the bus, including the driver. And so weird things start happening. The lights turn off, the jukebox goes off, and everybody starts suspecting one another. And it is amazing. The ending of that is one of the greatest endings in the Twilight Zone history.
What was it called again?
Will the real Martian please stand up? Okay. And you can find that on Amazon. On
no
Netflix.
plugs.
Oh, sorry.
Hex point. I mean, pro points.
Pro point.
I
don't want those points.
I guess, what do you think? Because like a lot of alien abductions obviously have to do with probing and, experimentations where they're like poking your eyes out. What do you think aliens are looking for that they have not found in the years that they've been doing this sort of thing?
What they say is that aliens come from a place in their lives. That's a weird thing. They need to go to therapy. They're having a midlife crisis. They've come over. No, they've come to a place in their evolution where they cannot breed anymore, where they are on a dying planet or whatever. There's a lot of origin stories there. And they've come to a place where they need eggs and they need to be able to breed. So they're taking... And they're doing it in a weird way because they're taking, like, abducting people, and apparently, they have, and we can go really deep into this, and you can shut me up at any time because I will go on about this forever. But apparently, the government is reptilian, and I mean that's a whole other thing. And they're having agreements with the aliens saying you can take these women, and it's just like a kind of, as you know, we have attacks on women all the time by American men. What about alien men?
What?
Oh my gosh, it's even worse. Me too, space time.
Me too, space time.
Yeah, me too, space time.
Can we get a break, guys? Like, you know what?
I know.
Just as a woman.
Just because we bear children does not mean
we need your eggs.
Take them.
But the thing is, I don't think I'll ever be abducted by aliens, and I've gone on this as a bit that I am working on for some comedy piece in the
I'll do one day.
I'll do it now. Let's say this. But I don't think that I am. It's not that funny anyway. I don't think that I'm a good candidate. Like, I love aliens. Like, I love them the most. And I don't think they love me back because I'm not a breeder. I don't have good genes. I'm very sick in the head. And if I get off my pills, I'll, be even sicker. I don't think I have good genes at all. I have bad DNA. So if I won't ever get kidnapped by alien. Or not kidnapped. I keep saying kidnapped. That's silly.
I mean,
that's wrong. That's the wrong terminology.
Jennae. That is so made up.
But if I get abducted by aliens, it's not going to be for breeding purposes. So why would they even? So it's like,
Well, out of all the people that they do take, are they taking the most successful people? Like, I'm sure a lot of these individuals weren't like anything spectacular.
No, but they probably had good genes.
Are you
they're probably
shaming?
What's
right
that?
Now?
Oh,
abduction shaming.
Abduction
right now.
shaming.
Take that, Benny Hill.
They just were asking for it, having their big eggs all healthy in their body,
healthy, plump eggs. They're weird sacks.
But I mean, men are abducted too.
Yeah, it's true.
And
I remember seeing like those those movies or those stories or whatever on the mysterious haunting or mysterious fucking abduction stories or whatever.
Yep.
Where like an alien, they would do a reenactment where like an alien would come into the room, the husband would wake up and they just put like their hand on his forehead and he would like relax and lay back down, and then they would start like poking him with needles everywhere. And I just remember like this one scene where like he had like a towel over him and he went like on between his legs and injected himself and he just put his hand on it, put him back down. So that shit really fucked my head up.
So you need to you go ahead.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so do you think to combat probing from aliens, everyone should just wear little shorts all the time?
That's true.
I think that they should take their eggs out.
That should be mandatory. All female eggs out.
Eggs out, ladies.
But then they'll find him in the bank or whatever. I don't know.
bank.
But if you read about Stan Romanek, he is a very famous abductee. He's been in trouble for having child pornography lately, but they think it's a setup. I don't know.
Wait, who?
I'm sorry.
He thinks that. Oh, that must.
The government set him up because they want to silence him on his abduction
You know
stories.
how they could do that? Not involve children.
Yeah,
I know, isn't that gross?
Yeah.
Like,
So
if the government's gonna frame you, they could take you down for tax evasion. They
Yeah,
don't have to
yeah.
have innocent children getting hurt, but I'm not. an
but maybe
alien.
these are like hypothetical children. I'm hoping
They might be alien children. We don't know.
Well, he does have an alien child, Stan Romanek. It was one of the best books I read. It's called Messages by Stan Romanek. And if you just like disregard everything that's happened recently, it's a very entertaining book.
He's an honorable
I
man.
He might be.
He might be a
pedophile.
pedophile, but he's probably just a guy set up. I don't know. He probably is a pedophile. Because all the
Hot take
all
from
the-
Jennae.
if you just ignore the bad
If
part.
you ignore all the pedophilia, he's a decent guy.
Yeah.
Cool,
On
just
top of
like
all that.
Jared from Subway.
He's
Yeah.
not. Oh yeah, he's the coolest.
Yeah.
Except I hate Subway. It's
Didn't
gross.
work
What do we got next?
We're still on personal stories and crop circles. If you wanna do
Okay,
that,
so
or reenactments.
we have a specialist today, and she is going to. We're going to do something really exciting. We're going to look at crop circle ink blots to determine our personality. So Michelle is going to show us crop circles. We're going to say how they make us feel, and then she's going to tell us, if she wants to, what that means about us.
Do we have a pen? Oh, where's that boxing pen?
Over here.
Thank you.
Spooky!
Okay, so these are crop circles taken from around the world. I want you both to, I should show you each a picture of your own.
Yeah, and then show the camera in
And
the
then
middle.
we'll show the camera. Or I
Yeah.
can show you both one and then you can both decide
I
how.
think we would feed off of each other.
That's true. Yeah.
So
That's
each-
okay. We let you guys
Okay,
speak.
okay, okay.
Okay. So this first crop circle, maybe close your eyes first.
Okay.
Okay.
That way you're not, close your
Sorry,
eyes.
I'm like 5 years old and I'm fucking excited to use a glue gun again.
I'm trying to work
So
here.
this crop circle was taken from Gary, Indiana, I think.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and take a few seconds and observe this crop circle and tell me how it makes you feel about your mother. No, just kidding. About animals.
Oh, okay.
How does this make you
Wait,
feel?
about animals? Or?
Yeah.
I have one.
Go ahead.
Okay. This makes me think of Thanksgiving because it looks like a turkey tail. And I don't really like alive turkeys because they're kind of scary and jerks. So I'm a little afraid. I'm a little aroused because it's such a big display. And
Impressive as shit.
it's like if I were a female turkey, I'd be like, damn. And yeah, that's how I feel.
Now,
Okay.
what if I turn it like this?
Now I feel like it's a shuttlecock. And
Still aroused.
still aroused because it's a shuttlecock.
Oh, okay.
Badminton? Is that what shuttlecocks are in? Yeah, okay.
Okay, Bill?
So when you did it like that, and you said it has to be about animals, because originally I saw a beautiful woman in there. Or I just saw a
Really?
woman with a pretty head.
Oh.
Kind of
Where?
like
fuck
Jane
you
from Daria. I don't know, right there.
Okay.
In there. Anyway, but then when you said think of it as an animal, I see the NBC peacock, which makes me think of comedy, which makes me think of entertainment, because that's something I cannot stop doing. Yeah, so it kind of makes me think of that, the NBC logo.
Should I give you guys your analysis
Yes.
for this?
Yes.
Jennae, yours had to do with a familial event, such as Thanksgiving, being aroused. Usually comes with
The
wanting
same.
a family, procreating.
Oh no!
So maybe you have a secret urge from aliens to connect to them on a familial level.
Oh, I like that.
Felipe, you're obsessed with fame. You are a
I'm
narcissist.
obsessed with comedy and narcissists. I'll take that too.
He's a narcissist who's obsessed with fame, and his local celebrity might be getting to his head. That's why you saw the woman's head in there. If you've seen Jane from Daria, she has a strange resemblance to Felipe.
Okay, do we close our eyes again?
Go ahead and close your eyes.
Let's just do 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll a 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw the other 37 away.
Well, I have 4.
Oh, we can do 4 then.
Yeah.
All right. Whenever you're ready. First thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, I see the Star of David. That makes me think of Jews, which makes me think of Mel Brooks, which makes me think of my hero. So I really am just very excited to see the Star of David in a piece of grass, thinking that, you know what, it's gonna be okay. There's still funniness even in a crop circle.
There's still funniness even in a crop circle. It makes me think of, it kind of looks like maybe not the exact cover, but the Downward Spiral from Nine Inch Nails. It makes me think of that. At least one of them. Maybe it's the Upward Spiral. I don't remember. I see a spiral in there, which makes me think of depression, which makes me think of sadness. The Downward Spiral was one of my top albums. I love that album so much because it really, really speaks to me on depression and sort of like bad things like that. So that's what I see, is sadness.
Okay.
I just analyze my own. Sorry.
Well, that sucked all the funny out of that one. So let's move on, shall we?
She brought up the Jews.
I know. You both.
It was a lighthearted Jew discussion.
I brought it down.
Like depression and sadness. And Janae's like, you know who's funny? Jews.
She did say Mel Brooks, so.
My
All
favorite Jew.
This one I'm going to hold like this.
Okay. Ooh.
Whenever you're ready.
Do you want to go?
Oh, I could get it. Let me see. Hold it towards me when you guess. So it looks like tentacles. It looks like some sort of sword. It also looks like electricity. I'm thinking it's some type of power, like Nikolai Tesla, the Tesla coil. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. Tesla coil, which is a genius, maybe undiscovered genius, because I don't know, how well Tesla is known other than his car right now.
It's a kick-ass band.
David Bowie put him in the Bastille.
Yeah, Rook. So yeah, it makes me think of like power and electricity, like excitement, lights. I don't know.
Obsessed with pain.
God damn it! Makes me think of the stage.
Power, just like what's on the stage.
Pride, power.
What I see is a digression of something. I don't know what I see because it looks like it's like the way you're holding it. It looks like it's crashing into the earth, and it looks like something is just kind of falling apart. And once maybe it was great, but now it's not. And it's just like, I think it's a shell of its former self.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Well, you guys really know how to take all this.
What? You picked us too. You had to pick us too to talk about stuff.
Yeah, we have great psyches.
Yeah, we're
Phil.
great. Throw your medication away.
I'm gonna
I'm
throw
done
it
with
away.
therapy.
Yeah, I'm done with therapy too.
One more.
I had to cancel it for tonight.
Well, no, you're getting one right now.
I am. Yeah. No, I didn't know. Okay.
All right, one more.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to be happy.
This picture was taken by Frank Lumen, as referenced here. All right, whenever you're ready.
Ooh, can I go first?
Yes. Yeah.
Art Deco. That's what I see is Art Deco. It makes me think of the Edwardian times, and I love the Edwardian times because they have the best ghost stories. They don't have very good alien stories, but they have good ghost stories, and they have kick-ass houses, kick-ass corsets, and I really love the Edwardian times.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. I see a speedometer. So it's kind of like, at least with me, time is running out. I need to go fast. No, but it does make me think like time is short. You know, time is short. You got to enjoy every minute of it. It's pedal to the metal, get to where you're going, and have fun while you're doing it.
Okay.
There you go.
We have one more for the bonus round.
Yeah,
Do we? Okay.
Bonus round.
Whoever gets this wins.
And not who's the saddest person.
Yeah, I
in the room.
know.
We'll see who
Yes!
wins.
Yeah.
We'll have the best psyche.
Yeah. Are we good? Or-
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Oh, you go first.
Oh, it makes me think of like a ninja star butterfly.
Aww.
I don't know what else to say.
I see a Thunderbird.
Ooh,
And
see what
I mean, it's a very like stylized Thunderbird, but I'm all about Thunderbirds because they are a majestic creature that is actually still. Well, maybe we could talk about them in our next episode. I could talk about them all day. The sightings of Thunderbirds, and I think that they make thunder when they flap their wings. They're in American Gods. Which is a good book. Oh shit! And so
Point.
I didn't plug anything. I just said American. Oh, I did plug it. Damn it. So yeah, I just
Available
see
on
a
Amazon.
Thunderbird, and I love Thunderbirds.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow. Well, that says a lot. Let's go to this reenactment to hear more.
Good way to get out of this tailspin.
So we're gonna talk about. Let me just introduce the reenactment real quick. We're gonna keep doing crafts, but you will guys watch a reenactment of the Roswell incident. We all know Roswell, but what really happened? Let's find out. Oh my gosh!
Interesting.
That was the realest thing I've ever seen in my
I can't
life.
believe the details.
Beautiful
Oh my
acting.
gosh. That was Superstar.
So authentic. So
authentic. And it's so factual.
Lots of facts.
All right. So let's watch the second one. This is a lesser known alien sighting, but it did happen in New Mexico. It happened in Socorro with a sorry, we'll figure it out later. I just saw something really cool. So we're gonna talk about what? Socorro incident! The Lonnie Lanzan, I don't know his name, but he'll tell us in just a minute. Go!
Huh. Huh.
I'm Lonnie Zamora, and it's April 24th, 1964. I'm chasing a speeding car due south of Socorro, New Mexico. It's going really fast. Whoa! Whoa! I hear a roar. And a flame in the sky. I better stop chasing it and go investigate. I think I'm looking at an overturned white car. Wait a minute. That's not a white car. It's a craft. It's shiny, like aluminum, but not chrome. Aluminum. It's shaped like an O. There's two people coming out of the craft. They're wearing some sort of white coveralls. I'm scared because there's a loud roaring noise now. Ooh, this is scary. This is scary.
Whoa! Oh my
Awesome.
gosh,
So
that was
realistic.
so
Great
fantastic.
acting.
So
A
realistic.
plus plus.
Uh-huh.
It was like I was really there.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I was an alien and I visited Socorro, I would leave the fuck back.
I don't think they were there for that long.
I don't blame them. It's hot.
It's
It is
hot. Same with Roswell. I think I would crash and die
Yeah, I
before
just
I,
feel like-
stay. No offense, Jamie Barnes, who's one of my best friends who lives in Roswell.
Anybody who lives there, it's not your
But
fault.
she's also a superstar, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, sorry, Jamie. Anyway, that was great. What do we have? I know you're in like balls deep in an alien right now, but
Alien Baldy.
do you want some scissors?
No, I'm okay. I'm not getting anywhere near
Reenactments, we're up to top 3 now.
Okay. I think
his. Should
we're.
we show off our spacecraft?
I'll show up mine. I've been really busy hosting, and I'm not near the glue guns. So here's my alien spacecraft. It's got a red dot. It's called the Clown Craft.
What
And
kind
it's
of aliens? Are they?
the killer clowns from outer space.
And what are they harvesting when they abduct?
They're harvesting testicles.
It's about
From
time, am I
virgins.
right, women?
Virginal testicles.
Finally, now men have something to complain about.
Yeah, my testes.
My test.
They're gone because they're weird men that get their
Well, yeah.
And I don't. Let's. Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you. This is ICU spacecraft.
Oh,
Lots of eyes.
Can we see the top part?
Well, don't look at the top.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
we were doing
Thank you.
something.
My aliens are the collectors,
Oh,
where they take eyeballs for their ship. So
They take eyeballs
they take
and they put them
eyeballs,
on their ship.
And they take them. They haven't been super successful because there's like 6.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
But they're relatively new and they're dangerous.
They're new to the scene.
They're new to the scene. They wear
Okay.
leather jackets. And
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
Yeah, they're a little dangerous.
Oh my
So approach
goodness.
with caution.
Yeah.
Fucking Martha Stewart over there is putting his finishing.
Why don't we talk more?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Okay.
So what does Phil have?
I have a nice little spacecraft.
Oh!
And I just wanted to make this little guy
He's
because of
gray.
course I'm terrified of gray aliens, so I put him on here. They are a nice bunch of aliens that
'Cause
don't
they have
want to
hearts
harm
on
me.
their-
They do. Those are also their windows.
Heart sparkle windows.
Heart
That's what I
sparkle.
want for my house.
Yeah.
I can't
definitely.
see through stained glass. That's
okay.
Yeah, nobody
They're
can.
aliens. It doesn't matter.
What's the
yeah,
big
that's
deal?
the guy.
Neat. Oh right. So
All of this craft supplies were purchased for under $5. So
Yeah,
if you want to do them at home.
yeah. Oh really? So
Yeah.
even the gems and all that.
Even the gems at your local Dollar Tree.
Oh nice.
Yes.
My foam things were probably like $2. So.
Okay. Wow.
So and the pom poms were probably $1.
Splurge.
So, like I was 5 and you
So
were 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So splurge.
So meet up with a friend and
Halvesies.
halvesies on the whole thing. Okay, cool. So let's talk about art because we like to talk about movies and shit over here.
It's a beautiful way of putting it.
Yeah,
Yes.
movies and shit. What are your top 3 alien movies? I am so excited to talk about mine. So you go
Okay.
first, Phil.
Me? I'm excited to talk about mine. Okay. Oh damn it! I didn't write them down, but I know exactly which ones I like. So my top very favorite horror movie of all times, and one that actually scared me. We talked about this a little bit. Like The Exorcist didn't scare me nearly as much as this movie did for some reason. But it's The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Is the thing an alien?
It is an alien.
is.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
He
didn't know
can't.
that.
Yeah, like in the beginning credits, they show the alien spaceship crash landing. They found it. It's an alien symbiote that takes on the physical
Right.
body. It's a shape-shifting alien,
Ugh.
and yeah, it copies you down to the core and kills you off and everything like that.
Is
Fantastic.
it a pod
movie.
person?
No.
Oh,
Don't be silly, Jennae.
I don't know.
No, but it's one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. I just remember the reason I know that it's truly terrified me to like a weird subconscious level. I remember having nightmares at least for 2 days about that.
Really?
Movie. Yes, and I don't really have nightmares, but I just remember waking up thinking like, oh my god, my friend Lance, he's a shapeshifter.
You had like somebody picked out.
Yeah. Now he's dead.
Now he's a ghost.
Now he's a ghost. Yeah, so that really did
That's
scare me
terrible.
because I remember being freaked out. I don't know why, and I was actually a little older when I saw that, so there's something wrong with me.
Like 27.
I was
old
yes
are you?
last week. I'm 31.
Aw, that's cute.
Thank you.
We saw that one together, actually.
We
saw that
did,
at
yeah.
your old
That was the
house,
first time, yeah. We used to have
Were you
horror
like,
movie night all the
"Ah!"
time,
Yeah.
and I don't know why it did scare the shit out of me. But now it's still just one of my top movies. But
So- Worth watching.
yes.
Okay.
And then I kind of want to go with Aliens, this one, because it's just like a badass horror movie and it's an action movie. So it's
Nice.
just really fun. I don't know. They got Gomez. You remember the girl? Whatever. You remember. What is it? Is it, what's her name?
Ripley.
Not Ripley. The other one. She's like the
Oh, Samantha.
Latina. Yeah, Samantha the alien. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I don't know. I just really liked Aliens because it was just a very fun watch. Like, it's like scary. It's full of action. Say brown face.
That was weird.
Yeah. Well, I think she actually did. The lady who played her.
She put on brown face?
I think, she was white and she played like a Hispanic
That's
woman.
weird.
Yeah.
Well, Emma Stone did it in that one movie where she was supposed to be Hawaiian.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
they're
But
just
wasn't
like,
it
we'll
like
just put-
subtle brown face or like full on
No,
brown face?
she was like
Full on
straight
brown.
up yellow.
Holy
no, I'm just
moly.
kidding. I don't know. She was full on blackface.
I'm
Just
not
like black.
bringing that up.
Not even tasteful at all.
No.
Yeah. I don't remember what
Vasquez?
Vasquez, that's it. Yeah, Vasquez.
Jeanette Goldstein played Vasquez.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Jewish woman played Vasquez.
I love it.
Hispanic. But yeah, I don't know. That one was it's just a fun alien movie to watch. I'm pretty sure I have a better one than that, but that's what I can remember right now. And my third one is probably going to be They Live, cuz John Carpenter again, because I recently
Yeah.
watched that one. It like was so much fun to watch, and like the drawn out fight sequence, it takes like forever, but it's just beautiful. But apparently it's like Rowdy Piper finds some sunglasses that he puts on, and he can see aliens. He can see the true world through these
Ooh.
sunglasses, and like there's like little propaganda everywhere. It's like obey, and like it's
Oh,
very
is it
like
like the
like
fall
skull
off-
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
That's They Live.
Yes, They Live.
Neat.
And yeah, it turns out, spoiler alerts for all these movies from the 80s. But yeah, it turns out like Earth was like a jump off, is like a hub or something like that. So aliens travel there, they can visit and stay for a while, but it's a jumping off point to other planets and stuff.
I
and
think
they
the
just
moons that
incorporate
for
into
real
it.
life.
It is. But
Roddy
those are
Piper
probably going
is
to be.
great in that movie.
He was.
He's so good in that
I
movie.
have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Is that
That's
I'm
where they
all out of
live?
bubblegum. Mhm.
was that the original use of that?
I think he
Yeah.
said, I remember researching that, and I think he actually used to say that in the ring because he was a wrestler. So I think we can ask Connor this too. But I think he used to, that was one of his cool
Pro
catchphrases or whatever. Oh, yeah, sorry. One of his cool catchphrases that he used, and they used it into the movie. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, so I apparently have like a bunch of really fun alien movies because I try not to get too scared. Like, can I give a runner up? But like Fire in the Sky, that abduction scene.
Travis
scared.
Walton is the story.
That fucking yes, that's it. That scared the shit out of me.
I
when
know
was
the real
younger.
story. I've never seen the movie.
Okay, well, just the abduction scene. I remember watching that when I was younger. That scared me, and then I watched it recently, and I'm like, okay, I'm not that scared of that. But
Over it.
done. But yeah, so I like to go for fun. I like my aliens to be fun because I'm scared of them.
Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I feel like you have a lot to
Yeah,
say.
I know. I feel like. Do
Okay.
you want to
How this
go?
goes.
Speaking of fun, one of my favorite alien movies is Paul. Because I was like,
Simon
Simon
Pegg.
Pegg.
yeah, Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Seth Rogen as Paul, and Sigourney Weaver as a kick-ass FBI or CIA agent or whatever. And it is the best alien movie. It's not the best alien movie, but it's really good because it's like, you know, it's just you want an alien to hang. It
want Seth
fulfilled
Rogen.
my ideal of an alien.
Uh-huh.
Like it was just somebody I want to hang out with, somebody I want to, you know, be friends with. He has all the knowledge of the universe, but he's also a dick. And
about right.
yeah,
I was
so
gonna say.
so it's really cool. I love Paul. I watched it with my dad one time, and he was like, "That was vulgar." I was like, "It was awesome." I saw it in the theater too, and I was like, "It was awesome." I love Paul. Paul's great, and he's
I wanna
so
watch that.
cute.
Yeah,
He's so, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it now.
I'll lend it to you.
Okay, yes.
Or you
please.
can find it on streaming because you're like a person who can probably stream it. But I have it, and I'll lend it to you, and you can be like,
If
"Hell
it's not
yeah!"
if it's not on.
I don't
any
think
of
it's
ours.
on anything.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me
but
borrow
yeah.
it.
My second favorite, you're all gonna hate me for this, is Arrival, and I love Arrival.
Really? Why? I
Is
have
that
to
the
know
one
why.
that just came out?
Yeah,
With Amy Adams and
with the big
it had the squid
stone.
thing. And you know
Yeah.
why I liked it?
Why?
Because I like those squid guys.
Really?
they
They were cool. I did like
they
those
were cool.
alien
I mean,
things.
it was like, and I liked how they played with time in it. I'm all
Mm-hmm.
about time travel and making time work and not linear scripts and not linear movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked all the basics of it. I understand it got cheesy, and you can all just. Suck
It's
my
fine.
dick,
It wasn't.
but-
Yeah.
yeah.
It was that one, Michelle. I don't know if you, Michelle.
No.
Okay. Well, I
no
actually
idea.
did
I've
see
never
that one
seen
too.
that.
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't what I was expecting. What were the names of the squid aliens again? They were like.
They were
Abbott
called
and-
Septipod. Oh, Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
Or Stan and Ollie or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
It was like
Yeah.
the first names of them. What
Yeah.
were the first names of them?
Oliver Hardy.
It was
Or
Stan-
Stan
Yes.
and Oliver.
Yeah.
I mean,
Was
I think I made that up, and it was maybe it was somebody else. I don't remember.
Uh huh.
Lou Abbott.
I know it was.
something.
It wasn't Stan and Ollie. I don't know.
Stan and Ollie are Laurel and Hardy.
Laurel and Hardy.
Stan
I think
Laurel.
I named.
It was something like that. Yeah. Our producer's looking it up right now.
Thank you. This is gonna help.
I know. We're fucking terrible at remembering things. I will just say that.
Heptapods. They were called Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
Abbott and Costello. Okay. Yeah.
I love me some Abbott and Costello.
Okay. Cool.
I love this movie.
Okay.
They got my tickets.
And
Is
that's
it in
what
theater?
it was a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the spaceships were really cool. How they played with gravity was really cool. It was a really cool idea, and I know it's not everybody's favorite, but I really liked it, and I liked the aliens, and I think it was a good way to address the alien phenomenon.
Yeah.
My third favorite, I mean my number one favorite of all time, and it's my second favorite movie of all time, is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It is a defining movie in my life, and there are not many. There are two defining movies in my life. This is the second one. I almost flipped off the camera. This is the second one.
This is yours.
Number two, and
Suck it.
and I love it so much because it's psychic. It's aliens coming through. They're good aliens, but they also make you crazy, and it's just so delicious. And it's just like when he's driving down the road in the beginning, and then you see and he waves the car past, and the car drives past, and then he's driving some more, and he stops, and he waves the car past, and then the lights rise in the air. I'm like, orgasm of aliens. I just love aliens so much, and it's because of that movie. My mom, very supportive of me my entire life. I was like, you know what movie? You like aliens? Why don't we watch this? And I was just like, I love this. And then when it came out in theaters, like last year, they did it for like a week.
Right.
I was out of town, and I made sure I got back into town so I could see Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And I wore an alien shirt, and I have a Close Encounters of the Third Kind shirt, which I wore.
You wore the other day,
yeah, I wore that, and I just, it's like I'm obsessed with it, and I love it so much. I don't have it, which is my sister.
I was like a little, Wait, what? You don't own it?
My sister has it, but I don't own it.
Yeah.
I will work on that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in forever. Actually, I think I saw it once when I was younger. Not enough to remember it though.
It's so good. I'm peeking the microphone because I'm so excited. I'm a yeller at this place, so I apologize. Somebody watched my Deep Truths. I'm not plugging, but I'm just saying.
Oh my God!
That you yelled too much at the beginning, Jennae, and I was like, yeah, I did, and that's what I do. So anyway, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, ultimate favorite alien movie, second favorite movie of all time.
What's your first favorite movie?
The Producers, 1969.
Okay. With
Can't
Mel
go
Brooks.
wrong.
With Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
There she goes with the Jews again.
Uh-huh.
I'm just kidding.
I love them.
Mine are old. Mine are all pre 70s
9/11.
and pre 9/11 because we never forget.
Right.
I Married a Monster from Outer Space.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. On his wedding night, he gets abducted by aliens. The alien takes form of the husband, and nobody believes her. And so I'm like, okay, well, if that happened to me, who would I go to? No one. I would be married to an alien for the rest of my life. And he wasn't like terrible. He just didn't have a personality. Just like all my ex-boyfriends.
Business as usual.
Business. The other is The Invasion of the Saucermen. It is early 50s, mid 50s as well. Same thing. Kids are hit an alien at some point, and no one believes them, so they have to go find evidence. And the alien, the art design of the alien is amazing. Can you pull that up? Because you guys, if it's the one I think it is, pretty sure it's this one that has it.
Invasion of the Flying Saucers?
Invasion of the Saucer Men.
Yeah, the Body Snatchers, wasn't that one more recent?
That one, there was a few of them, yeah. Look
yeah!
Those ones.
I like that.
You can look them up like in the black and white version of them, and they're just like amazing. The costume and design in it is incredible. You can watch the full movie on YouTube. Please don't take it down. But yeah, look at those eyes.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
That.
That's amazing.
That's what it is,
like
and
that.
it's good and like practical effects. It's amazing. Same with I Married a Monster from Outer Space. What they do is to envision the ones who have been abducted by aliens, they'll photo project an alien face on the person.
Oh my
God.
God.
In the 50s. So there's like, they just put a picture over.
Nice.
It's really cool.
Like a mask.
It's like a spacecraft. You can make your own.
And you can make your own. And the last one is This Island Earth, of course, with the Metaluna mutant, which is the coolest universal monster.
He wears slacks.
Does he really?
Yeah.
That's what they say in MST3K. The movie.
Aww.
That's the only reason.
And Rex Reed, super handsome in that. I think it's Rex Reed. Metaluna mutant worth checking out. Also, if you're into old sci-fi, I don't have any runner-ups because I don't really know too many aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, E.T.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, I was like, who's gonna say E.T.? But
Yeah, not
I
me.
didn't say E.T.
Steven Spielberg.
I mean, I don't feel the connection to E.T. as I did to Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I know that's both Spielberg.
That's it. Hold on, wait. I think that's the movie. Watch, pull that picture up of it real quick. Alex.
Don't say you to
Sorry.
Alex.
You, Alex. No, you were on the right one. Spaced Invaders. Go to that real fast. That image. Those are exactly what the aliens look like in my nightmare.
Oh my
They're exactly what they look like. Except they're not hip and cool. They're fucking evil. But those are exactly what they look like. Totally read my mind on that. So that's your top favorite? Nice.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
and Mars Attacks.
And Mars Attacks.
Mars
a producer.
Attacks is great.
I
Don't
do
worry,
like
we're
it.
coming-
Yeah.
We won't hurt you. Zip, 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 zip.
Yeah. I don't know.
it's such a just a star-studded crazy fest.
Yeah.
It's just
I love
amazing.
I know. I remember watching that for the first time. I was like, "What the hell is going on? Everybody's dying. Like this doesn't seem like
is
a."
great!
And then I watched it a little more recent. I was like, "I love this. Like
It's
everybody's
so
just
good.
like."
That's what Tim Burton was making good.
And it was
stuff.
country music that killed him, right?
Was it or
Yeah, it
Dino
was.
Spumoni or
No,
that's Hey Arnold.
It was Hank Williams.
Was it Hank Williams?
I'm pretty sure it was
No,
Hank
it
Williams.
was something like an old like
Or Dean
Elvis
Martin.
thing or
Dean
something.
Martin.
Oh,
It was like,
No,
ow!
I'm pretty sure it was Hank
Yeah.
Williams. Almost positive.
Hold on, we're gonna find out in a second now.
Almost positive.
But
'cause I
Space
was like,
Invaders, yeah, fucking those aliens are the ones that scare the shit out of me. What killed? Sorry, we're looking here. Slim Whitman. Slim
it
Whitman's. Slim.
It
Whitman.
kills aliens. I love it. Ow!
Yeah, I just remember their heads exploding.
amazing movie.
I guess like what are like some of my other ones. See, I really like fun horror alien movies. Like Killer Clowns from Outer Space is so campy, but it's like super fun. Like I just love watching that one. I don't know. Do you guys have any other fun ones that you just put on? See, I'm all about
I don't know.
fun.
See, I love aliens, and I'll watch like good aliens. But if I see a bad alien, I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's not
Don't
real.
say that.
That's not how they are.
Plan 9 from Outer Space. Those aliens.
I guess so.
What do you mean?
Can I get some little tentacles?
Yeah.
Or what? I'm thinking some antennae.
a little bit
Bill
more
Murray.
glitter, please?
Glitter tentacle aliens? That
yeah.
sounds like my thing.
Yeah, I watched Plan 9 from Outer Space recently.
I
It's
couldn't
not
watch
that
it.
bad. It's not that bad. It
Nope.
really isn't.
It really was bad because I
No.
tried to get through it
No.
because I was like, oh, he's the worst director ever. Ed Wood, who directed it. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I could get
No.
through this. I watched it. He is bad.
No, he's not. He's
terrible.
really not that bad. I've seen worse movies
Glenn.
recently.
Glenn or
No,
Glenn? Oh, that's
recently.
true.
More recently.
Arrive.
Oh,
No, just kidding.
Arrival. Just
Just
kidding.
kidding.
No, what was that Chris Pratt movie where he wakes Jennifer Lawrence up in space?
Asleep, awake. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Sleeping Beauty in Space. that was
Sleep awake.
Sleep.
Time.
It's called. Wait, I can think of it.
not Jupiter Ascending. It was the one like that. It was Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt.
And it was called Passengers.
Passengers. That was way worse than
Was it really?
Plan 9 from. I thought it was like the most obnoxious thing. It made me not like Chris Pratt.
Ooh, Chris
So,
Pratt.
like,
He
you're
bugged
on
me
my
in
list.
the Lego movie, but that's all I'll say about that.
That's not aliens.
I know, but he's a freak
Yeah.
of nature.
Yeah, a good-looking freak
Oh,
of
what
nature.
about Little Shop of Horrors? Seymour.
He is.
Seymour
I
is an
listen to that
alien.
soundtrack like every day.
I love
and her
that.
name's Audrey. His name's Audrey too.
Yeah.
Feed me, Seymour.
I love that movie.
Oh, that's so because he is from space.
He is from space.
I'm just a mean green something from. I don't remember what he says.
It has Rick Moranis in it. Felipe, you'd love it. It has
Yeah.
Rick Moranis. It has
Isn't that a remake of her?
of a
Yeah.
57 maybe 47. It's an
Yeah.
old movie.
Yeah.
And then what's his name? Not Bill Murray, but he's usually
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin.
And
Bill Murray
is in it. Yeah.
He's in the dentist chair for like 2
Oh,
seconds.
okay, yeah. I've never seen it. Yeah,
I'm just
but-
a mean mother from outer space,
Yeah.
and I'm bad. Yes, he's bad. That's the last song.
just real quick, I'm curious. Are you guys obsessed with The Fifth Element? Like every nerdy person is? Of course he is.
Okay.
Our producer is, of course. Are you-
Obsessed is a strong word.
Okay, 'cause I know a lot of
Strongly
people who
enjoy
love-
is a correct word.
Okay. Strongly
I
enjoy.
couldn't make it through it.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm just like, oh, Chris Tucker doing drag. That's all right.
That
That
I
part-
don't know if we're almost over on time or anything like that, but
We
I did
are.
want to ask you about Men in Black because that kind of does with aliens, or is that something for later? Because you have something on Men in Black also. Not just
I have a
season
book
2.
on Men in Black by Nick Redfern, who used to be my friend, but I stopped writing, and now we're not friends anymore. But anyway, Nick Redfern is a Monster Hunter, a classic Monster Hunter guy. He wrote a book called The Real Men in Black by Nick Redfern. It's somewhere around here. I don't know where it is,
It's probably
but
in the
it's
bag
in my
over
bag. Yeah. But he talks about where they're from. Are they from alien? Are they from space themselves? Are they another kind of alien? Are they government agencies? But they always look weird. They look weird and white and pasty.
Yeah, like I remember
They
hearing
draw
the
on the
description.
lips.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
drew on the lips. That always creeped me
That-
out. Or if they're like
Ooh.
melting or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
that always creeped me out. And then just like, very pale.
Yeah, so I would recommend, for further instruction on of Men in Black, The Real Men in Black by Nick Redfern. I highly recommend it. Never season two.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, are we good?
I think so.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us at Creep Circuit. Let us get ourselves prepared. We're going back to space. We'll see you in hell.
Peace, bitches.